First off, I would like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Creator, the Holy One of Israel, the Redeemer, the King of Israel, the Most High of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, by saying hallelujah. Peace. I wanted to come back to you with a new video. If you've been watching or listening to my videos, you probably noticed me exchanging the word Lord for the Most High, or the word God for Elohim, or saying deity instead of the name of the false deity in the video. Why is that? Well, even though that is what's written in the book, how do you distinguish the Creator from the Lords that's in London? I'm saying there's a lot of Lords in England. Or how many false gods are there? Can you name a few?
What's today? Wednesday. Today's my day.
So why would I call the Creator a God when there's a ton of gods out there? Is he equal? And lastly, there's a law not to speak any other gods' names. Exodus 23, verse 13. And in all things that I've said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. Which brings me to my next point. How many false gods' names do we say on a daily basis?
What might I call you? What's today? Wednesday. Today's my day.
Have you ever asked yourself why are the days of the weeks called what they're called?
Tuesday. Woden's Day. Funos Day.
Freya's Day.
And Saturn's Day. Sorry, do you mind? You're a Roman god?
Where did they come from? What is the history behind them? Why do we say them now?
Literally means day of the sun or the sun's day. It comes from the ancient pagan religions where they would worship the sun. If you grew up in America or Europe, you probably consider Sunday the last day of the week. However, that's a new idea. Only for about the last 100 years has Sunday been considered the last day of the week. Monday is the day of the moon. Tuesday is Tyr's Day. Tyr is the Norse god of combat and heroic glory, otherwise basically the god of war. Wednesday is Woden's Day, otherwise known as Odin. Now, Odin is the top god in Norse mythology, easily compared to Jupiter and Zeus. Thursday is Thor's Day. You know, the guy with the hammer in the comic books? Thor is the Norse god of thunder. Friday is Freya's Day, the Norse goddess of love and beauty. Of course, for the Romantic languages, their days come from the Roman goddess Venus or the Greek goddess Aphrodite. Interestingly enough, Saturday, the last day of the week, is the only day to retain its original Roman roots. Saturday means Saturn's Day.
Jeremiah 2, verse 11. Have the nations changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit. Are false gods only subjected to the days of the week?
January comes from Janus, Roman god of doors, beginnings, sunrise, and sunset. February comes from a Latin word meaning purification, because on February 15th, the Romans would celebrate a festival of the forgiveness for sins. March comes from Mars, the Roman god of war. The meaning of April is disputed. Some people believe it comes from the Roman month Aprilis, which comes from a Latin word meaning to open, like the opening of flowers or the beginning of spring. And some people believe it comes from Aphrodite, the goddess of love. May comes from Maya, the Roman goddess of fertility. June comes from the Roman goddess Juno. Juno was married to Jupiter, the king of all gods. July was named for Julius Caesar. August was named for Augustus Caesar. In our calendar, we have 12 months, but the Romans only had 10 months, with September being the 7th month. So if September is the 7th month, then October is the 8th month. November comes from the word novem, the Latin word for 9. December comes from the Latin word decem, meaning 10.
Jeremiah 10, verses 2 to 5. Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed by the signs of heaven, for the heathen is dismayed by them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver, and with gold they fasten it with nails, and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. Verse 10. But the Most High is the true Elohim. He is the living Elohim, and the everlasting King. At his wrath the earth shall tremble. The nation shall not be able to abide his indignation. Thus shall ye say unto them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under the heavens. It's interesting when you start to read the law and compare it to the world today. Ezekiel 8, verses 5 to 10. Then he said unto me, Son of man, lift up thine eyes now, the way towards the north. So I lift up my eyes the way towards the north, and behold, northward at the gate of the altar, this image of jealousy in the entry. He said furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do, even the great abominations that the house of Israel committeth here, that I shall go far off, and thou shalt see greater abominations. And he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. Then said unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I have dug in the wall, behold, a door. And he said unto me, Go in, and behold, the wicked abominations that they do here. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping thing, an abominable beast, and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about. What does the law say? Deuteronomy 18, verses 9 to 14. When thou art come into the land which the Most High thy Elohim have given thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that use divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter of familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Most High. And because of these abominations, the Most High thy Elohim driveth them out from among thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Most High thy Elohim. For these nations which thou shalt possess hearken unto observers of time, and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Most High thy Elohim have not suffered thee so to do. Does that mean that we're not to do that? Psalms 115, verses 1 through 9. Not unto us, O King, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory, for thy mercy, and for thy truth's sake. Therefore should the heathen say, Where is now their Elohim? But our Elohim is in the heavens. He hath done whatsoever he hath pleased. Their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. They have mouths, but they speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat. They that make them are like unto them. So is everyone that trusts in them. O Israel, Trust thou in the Most High. He is their help and their shield. Joshua 23, verses 7 and 8. That ye come not among these nations, these that remain among you, neither make mentions of the names of their gods, nor cause to swear by them, neither serve them, nor bow yourselves unto them, but cleave unto the Most High, your Elohim, as ye done unto this day. The question is, will you continue to say the names of these false gods? And they're everywhere, from the days of your weeks all the way to the soles of your feet. But you don't have to believe me. I would love to get your feedback. Peace.